Hello everyone, in this video I will cover this super early, the first iteration of ddr5 from Micron. This is awful memory, an awful IC. This configuration was actually assembled of some spare parts that had some kind of issues, like this memory has the issues of being Micron early ddr5, so that was awful. The CPU is an i7 12700F that was having like terrible memory performance for some reason. It wouldn't take high memory speed, so they were a perfect match. I sold this machine like 2 years ago to a client that was very budget conscious. She just wanted a cheap machine to run macOS on, and then I just bought it back because she bought a MacBook Pro now. So I decided to give it a go to this micro memory again and see where I can go with that. So let's just stop Cruncher VT3 after more than 4 hours, and let's run some normal benchmarks. So here's Cruncher, here's PyPrime. We now run R23 to check a little bit of power consumption. Like, actually I'm limited to 110 watts because the cooler is not the best. So we're currently at 110 watts, 72 degrees. I'm a bit on the low side. This machine used to run without E-cores, and one super interesting thing is that it can now take a lot less undervolting with E-cores enabled. So the CPU is not that much more efficient, because I was previously running at 90 watts and getting not much difference in results on like real-time tests, of course. Multi-core tests, of course, are better with E-cores active. So we're at almost 20,000 points with a peak temperature of 77 degrees. Let's get into the BIOS. So MSI light load mode is necessary to undervolt this locked Alder Lake CPU, and it's set at mode 3 with the E-cores enabled, but it was set at mode 1 with the E-cores off previously. I'm at 110 power limit. Memory is slightly overclocked at 5333, and I'm going to check the timings. That these are all minimized. The only ones that I set are minimized. And interesting that you can take TRRD at 4, FAW at 16 with Micron. A lot of these timings are just the way they are by default. I just set them to remember me that they're actually at their minimum settings anyway. TWRRDDG is auto. This one couldn't take any lower, but the TWRRDSG was actually 72, and so it drops by 10. That's interesting. And one thing that really didn't take much was the TWRPRE, which defines the TWR value, I think, and this one was 128, which resulted in 88 for the TWR, and now it's 124, which results in 84. And the voltage offset is exactly 0. If I set to minus 0.05 even, it eventually crashes in VT3 after maybe 1 hour. Previously I was running at a minus 30 on top of being light load 1. This one doesn't really work, so it's not just not working, so it could have been just nothing. Auto, it would be fine the same. System agent is minimized, VDD-Q, VDD2 CPU are minimized, of course, and the DRAM voltages are, of course, also minimized, and 126 and 127 for the VDD-Q. And PCH is, I don't think it's minimized, the one, I didn't try that, go lower. The VDD-Q and VDD2 for the CPU are minimized in the sense that if I go lower, I get lower Limpac scores for most of the times, or even Cruncher scores would get a little bit slightly lower. Even thought we should be seeing better results if we lower the voltage because of the power limit, but that doesn't happen, so that means that they are introducing some kind of minimal instability. And I guess that is really all for this video. Just a very quick one. Yeah, ciao.